Good morning. Now we'll see how to pass an array as function arguments. In the earlier videos we have seen about functions, how to pass functions, how to call function, how to invoke function, how to pass single parameter into the function, multiple parameters, nested functions we have seen. And even though if you are not passing any parameters in the function definition, but we can call the function with parameters. Similarly, even though if you are giving parameters in the function definition, and we can call without even passing parameters while function call. Now to go extend about that, how to pass arrays. In arrays also we have seen how to pass arrays as function arguments. We have seen simple programs on arrays. So I have taken a concept of how to pass array as function argument. So passing array as function arguments, we have to pass arrays as function arguments, then we have to use apply method here, and null should be used. Apply and null, a combination. The use of null makes a code unclean. So to make code clean and also to pass an array as a function argument, we use spread operator also. This apply and spread we will see how to program that. So when we are using spread operator, we no need to use apply function. So instead of going in deep, will do program from simple to complex. Okay. So first we will see on program HTML I have written, script I have written, function foo I have written. So this is parameters. This is function name foo. These are parameters. In parameters, the first parameter or argument is written in brackets. As you all know, this we call it as array. Whatever thing which we write in brackets in JavaScript, we call it as arrays. So in this arrays we are having 3 items. Then the second parameter or argument is another variable I have passed, normal variable. Then in function, what we have written, document.write ABCD. So we are printing ABCD. And just make it more clear. B is equal to then C is equal to D is equal to. So what we are doing, we are printing ABCD. So the function definition is containing this. Then foo is our function name, and this is a function call. So in function call I have passed array 1 2 3 and then another parameter I have given 4. So whenever a function call is being seen, the function definition is activated. So in array ABC, this 1 2 3 will be stored, and in D 4 will be stored. So we will get A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3, and D is equal to 4. So we will save this program and then we will try to execute. Very small, I will make it big. I got A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3, and D is equal to 4. And again, to make it clear, you can add a break in between. Let's save this. So we got A is equal to 1, B is equal to 2, C is equal to 3, and D is equal to 4. So this is a simple program to pass array as function argument. Here I have passed only 1 2 3 4. Let us see what happens if I pass string. Here I write exhibited DTE college here GPT. So in function call I have just changed the values. I'll just save the program, go to the browser. Yes, it has taken A is equal to exhibited, B is equal to DTE, C is equal to college, and D is equal to GPT. So I have passed a normal function. In the normal function I have passed array in the parameter. Here I can make a change. I'll just write here 4. So it's taking all. Now we'll see whether it takes multiple parameters for array. Here I'll write D comma E. Here I'll write 1 comma 2. So to print some more, just copy paste. So now in the function I have passed two arrays. I'm not getting, let us see what is the mistake I have done. Yes, less is mistake. Let's save. So I can able to pass multiple arrays in a function. So this is normal way of assigning array as parameter to function. Now we will see some more different varieties. Yeah. So this is another program where we passing array as well as we are passing object in a function. Array as an object and array, both we are doing. If in the previous program, if you do, whether we'll get or not, we'll just check. Here if you are passing name colon age colon let us see if you are passing like this will get or not. Just save. No, it is not taking like this. So to take this we have to do differently. That I am doing now. So we got normal we got, but array as object we are not getting. So we will see that now, how to pass in a function array as well as array as object. So first we have to write HTML, then we have to write script, function name is demo. Here I have passed array, then I have passed object, that is array as object. So ARR I have given 1, 2, 3. OBJ I have given name colon in single quotes Bharat. Closing that. This is nothing but array as object. Then I am printing ARR. Then I have given a break. Then I am printing simply object, array as object. Then I am printing obj.name. This is how to access the object element. Then closing the function definition, closing script. Then I have used body tag. Then I have used a form tag. In form tag I have used input type is equal to button, value is equal to array in function. So here I am creating a button. So when I click the button, some action should be performed. So when I am clicking that, what I am doing, I am passing my function name, my function. This is function call. So whenever on click event is click is done to the button, it will activate or invoke our function definition, and then this will be activated, and then we'll get the elements in array as well as the elements of array as objects. Then we are closing the form, closing body and closing HTML. Just save the program. I got a button, array in function. Now I am clicking my button. I got 1, 2, 3 the array elements. Then I have used only obj. So when I have used only obj, what I got object. So it is telling it is array as object. And then when I written obj.name, what I got the content, the value of that particular array as object. So now if you write here error of 0, let us see what we will get. See, when I written error of 0, I got 1. So we'll just write first error of 0. Plus error 1 plus error 2 plus closing break tag, then simply error. And if you add some more decorations, you can do error of 0 is equal to plus error 1 error 2 save, then executing the program. Taking time. I got button. I am clicking. So error of 0 I got 1, error 1 is equal to 2 I got, error 2 is equal to 3. If I am talking about the complete array, I got 1 comma 2 comma 3. Then I have used only obj, so I got as object. Then I have written obj dot name, accessing the property, so I got the value. So this is passing array as well as array as objects. If you have one, we got like this. You can pass multiple also. Here I have passed only one. I will give comma. Knowledge colon GPT comma address colon Hyderabad. We'll just print all those things. College and address I am printing. Name I have printed, then I will change it to college, and then address, and save. Compiled, and I got a button. I am clicking. When I am clicking, the function call will be activated. See, Bharat GPT had so all I got. So this is about passing array as well as array as object to the function. And we will see some more on this arrays. This is another program how to pass array as function argument, and then how to retrieve the elements. Here if we are having multiple elements in array, instead of writing each and every argument, we'll be iterating those things and then getting the details. So for that the program is, first we are at HTML, then script, variable x is equal to the three items I have written, P0, P1 and P2. Then call underscore me is a function call. There in function call I have passed my array. So when it is seeing function call, what happens? It will jump to the function definition. So this is function definition, function space call underscore me, open parenthesis params, means parameters, close parenthesis, open flower bracket. I have taken a for loop, I is equal to 0, I less than params dot length, so I will get the length of the parameters total available, I plus plus. Then if condition is true, so I is 0, so 0 less than param dot length. If it is here, if you observe, our length is 3. So 0 less than 3, condition is true, it will enter into the for loop. So this alert will be activated. Params of 0, that is P0, will be printed. You get alert box with P0. Then I am printing that also using document.write. Then I is incremented. I will become 1. 1 less than 3, as parameter length is 3. 1 less than 3, condition true. Again alert will be activated. It will print P1, and here this is also prints P1. Then I increments, I will become 2. 2 less than params dot length, that is 3. 2 less than 3, condition true. It will enter for loop. Param 2, P2 will be printed, and here also P2 will be printed. I increments, I will become 3. 3 less than 3, condition fails, so it won't activate this 2. It will just come out of the for loop, and then closing script, closing HTML. So we'll get P0, P1, P2. We'll just save the program, execute. See, I got alert box which says P0 the first element, P1 the second element, P2 the third element. Okay, so see, I got those 3 elements, P0, P1 and P2. If I have written like this, P less than equal to, so extra will be added. So as we have given only 3, when we try to access the fourth, what happens, we will see what it will give. So I got P0, then P1, then P2, then we'll get undefined, because we haven't provided the fourth value, so it has given that it is undefined. Okay, so I am printing that. So I got P0, P1, P2 and undefined. So this is passing arrays as function arguments and calling those arguments using iteration. And then we'll go for another, as we in the starting video we said that then we have to use functions, and when we are trying to call those functions in normal way, no need to use few methods, whereas when we are using arrays as function argument, we have to use apply method, and we have to pass null as one parameter, and then we have to pass array name as the second parameter. And we have been telling that if we are not using apply, we have to use a new operator called spread. So what is that? When we are passing array as document we use apply method, apply and null we use, so that we will see. So first at HTML body script function share mar is my function name. There I have passed 4 parameters. This is function definition. Then writing the body. So here I am printing a value, giving a break, printing b value, giving a break, printing c value, giving a break, and printing d value. That is my function definition is doing. Now what I am doing here, I have taken an array, as our main motto is passing array as function arguments. So variable names is my array. There I have passed 4 values: SBTED, DTE, CTE and GPT. These are the 4 items or the elements of array. Then I have to call my function and I have to pass my array. So first we will see document dot write using apply and null. So as I told, you have to use apply and null to call our function when we are passing arrays. So what we are taking is, as these are the elements in function definition, we have taken 4 A, B, C, D. So we are treating A as the first element, B as second element, C as third element and D as fourth element. So taking each and every item of array as one of the parameter in function, or taking each argument as one parameter in function. So this is my function name dot apply. So I am using apply method. So when we are using apply method, you have to pass first parameter as null and then second parameter is names, which is our array. So this is function name and this is array name. So passing array to a function. So that's clear. So passing array to a function. Then if you see that so simple, when I am using apply, I have to use first parameter as null and second parameter as the array name. So what will get the output, we will see. Save. See, using apply and null we got SBTED, DTE, CTE and GPT. So this SBTED is taken as A, DT is taken as B, CT is taken as C and GPT is taken as D. Now suppose if you have given another extra parameter, and you are trying to print that, but you haven't given any element, what you will get? I have passed one extra parameter here, but I haven't adding anything in my array, and I am trying to print this. So let us see what happens. We'll get what? Undefined. See, we got undefined because it is not defined. If it is defined, we would have got the output. We'll just give the comments. This will delete. So we got this. Now there is another way of getting instead of using null. If I use this, as you know, we are having this keyword. So this is function name. We are using apply method. Instead of null, what we are doing, we are using this keyword we are using, and then this is our array name. So passing array as array to function, instead of null we are giving this. So what happens if you give this? We'll see. We'll just save the program. Using apply and null, SBTech, DTE, CTE, GPT, using apply and this also we got the same thing. So there is no difference. So we can use null as well as we can use this. Now, as we were saying, that apply is the old way of using for functions when we are using array as the parameter. So the new way of using that is of using spread operator. So what is this spread operator? Spread operator is 3 dots. We call it a spread operator. So in depth, if we see about that, what is the spread operator? The spread operator allows an iterable to expand in places where 0 plus arguments are expected. Means minimum 1 argument is accepted. It is mostly used in variable array where there is more than 1 values are expected. It allows us the privilege to obtain a list of parameters from an array. The syntax of spread operator is same as rest parameter, which is nothing but 3 dots. So syntax is var variable name is equal to bracket open 3 dots value close bracket and semicolon. So in the above syntax, 3 dots is spread operator. What it will do is it will target all values in particular Let's target all values in particular variable. So when three dots occurs in function call or alike, it's called a spread operator. So spread operator can be used in many cases, like when we want to expand, copy, concat with math object. You'll see that in order to run the code, here it has given a simple example. So where actually the spread can be useful, a simple example is given. So we are having one array which tells 1 2, which is having 1 2 3 values, then another array 4 5, then first array what we are doing, concatenating with second array. So when we are trying to print that, we should get 1 2 3 4 5. So this is what concat method does. Similarly, instead of using concat method, if we go for this, we'll get it has also declared 2. So we will see that with a simple example, whatever here shown. So HTML script variable a1 is equal to, was having 1 2 3 4, variable a2 is equal to 5 6 7, variable a3 is equal to a1 dot concat a2. So document dot write a3. Next, document dot write using spread operator. Same I have written. Here B1, B2, B3. Instead of using concat, what it has done, dot 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 B1 comma dot 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 B2. Then closing script, closing HTML. Just save the code. Spread demo.html. see. This is we got using concat, and using spread operator also I got the same thing. So this is about the spread. So instead of concatenating, if you use spread operator separated with a comma, we'll get the same task done. So that is what we have used that. So this is about spread. So that I have used here. So as we are not using apply, if you don't want apply method, simply when we use spread operator, it will take all the inputs or the items of the array. So this is function name and this is array. So passing array as argument to the function, that is using spread operator. So when I use this, I'll just save it, run the code, see. Using apply and null I got all the items, using apply and this also I got all, using spread operator also I got all the array elements. So this is about passing array as function arguments in JavaScript. Remaining topic we will see in the next video. Thank you.